Coming up on News Live at 6, a Syracuse City School District teacher has been charged with rape.
Plus, former President Biden chooses his location for his presidential library, where it is and why he put it there.
And Salt City, more like Sun City. I'll have your full 5-day forecast and so much more when News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Good evening and welcome to News Live at 6 for the first time this semester. I'm Jackson Breslin.
And I'm Isabella Galan.
New at 6, a Syracuse City School District teacher has been charged with rape. The Syracuse Police Department identified the teacher as 54-year-old Lansing Diamond. Police said that a 16-year-old boy had sexual contact with Diamond on numerous occasions earlier this year. Diamond is facing 2 counts of rape in the 3rd degree and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child.
The Department of Public Safety is reporting a robbery that occurred on the 1200 block of Madison Street at 5 p.m. today. DPS asked that everyone stay away from this area and to call DPS if they have any information.
The Joe and Jill Biden Foundation has picked a location for its presidential library, but it won't be in Syracuse. It will be in Delaware, the state Biden represented as a U.S. Senator for 36 years. Before his time in politics, Biden obtained his law degree from SU's College of Law in 1968 and previously stated SU was one of many places fighting for a place to preserve his legacy. The library aims to look back on his 4 years in the White House while providing space for leadership and service gatherings. The timeline for the library's completion has not yet been announced.
Orange Innovation Grants are now open to SU graduate and undergraduate students. Grants are awarded for research, scholarship, learning, and innovation. Applicants can come from research classes or independent studies, and up to $5,000 will be awarded for each individual grant. Applications are open from now until October 10th. For more information about the Orange Innovation Fund, visit the SU Library's website.
Well, school is only 3 weeks away, and upperclassmen are already making plans to live off campus next year. CitrusTV's Benjamin Lefkowitz has more on a new apartment complex opening next fall.
Thanks, Jackson. The Standard at Syracuse is set to open in the fall of 2026, with leasing beginning today. At 910 Madison Street, the new complex offers living options ranging from 1-bedroom to 5-person suites. In anticipation of the official opening, the Standard is already using unique marketing to appeal to students. If you weren't familiar with the Standard, the group is all over campus to start the year, hosting special events and giveaways, even including a free month of rent to introduce a new living space to SU. In anticipation of signing day, the Standard hosted a special pop-up on Marshall Street to connect with students planning to live off campus, with free merchandise as an added bonus. Syracuse students work for the Standard as influencers to promote the group on social media and find creative ways to reach out to students who are not aware of the new living space. Along with the SU community, the Standard's leadership group is excited for the future. In a quote, they said, "We're thrilled to bring the country's premier student housing brand to life in Syracuse. Since the start of the fall semester, our team has been working diligently to ensure students can discover everything the Standard has to offer. We're especially looking forward to the official start of leasing on Tuesday, September 9th, and welcoming future students. Don't miss out all the Standard has to offer. Leasing is already underway now." For CitrusTV News, I'm Benjamin Lefkowitz.
Thank you so much, Benjamin. And in those video clips, it looked pretty beautiful outside, can't lie. So I am really excited for this warm weather to stick around in Syracuse for a little bit longer.
And that's the thing. I feel like we always get 1.5, 2 months of beautiful weather, and then all of a sudden, for the next 9 months, it feels like it's gray and snow. But right now, that sun is out on the quad, and that's where we find our weather anchor, Roman Verna. Roman, it looks so nice out there. Tell us about the weather.
And guys, you really don't get too many days like this one, especially here at Syracuse. We're out here on the quad where the chairs are still set up from the involvement fair earlier today, and you can catch that tomorrow and the following day. So they're still ready for all these students. But walking around the quad here, it's a beautiful day no matter where you go. Looking around here, it's just a great day. Sun is shining, starting to peek behind Hendricks over there, and even by Carnegie over here. Still a great amount of sun, but no clouds in the sky. Moving into your temperatures, though, Right now, about 72 degrees, and like I said, full sun, not a cloud in the sky. Tonight, it's going to move into a little colder temperatures. Around midnight, we're going to see some mid to low 50s, and that's going to shoot right back up for tomorrow morning, but you can hear more about that in your full 5-day forecast coming up. Guys?
Thank you so much, Roman. Love those sunglasses, by the way. But in a little bit more upsetting news about the environment, Green Lake State Park put out a statement saying that Instagram is killing their reef at Dead Man's Point.
Our reporter Sophia DeStasso has the story.
You are going for a walk like Bailey Greener.
It's a good loop to walk around, and there's pit stops along the way. Check it out.
There was protection over the reef during the summer, but now that it's off season, this isn't the case anymore.
They do have security there, but I've never gone out in the pit. I know it's protected.
You might recognize where I am because this is where students take their Instagram photos. But if you look closer at the reef, you can see that it's dying.
I mean, if they're saying it's destroying it, it's right. Everything we do is for the Instagram. So if that's what we're doing it for, and it's killing it, it should probably stop.
Last week, Green Lake State Park put out a statement on Facebook saying, quote, "Please refrain from standing on the reef at Dead Man's Point. It is slowly dying from your Instagram posts. Please respect signage and the rules here." End quote.
I know that there's signage on the reef, but that's really all that you can do is more signs, maybe blocking it off with fences and making it harder to access. It sucks that they have to do that, but if that's what you have to do to protect it, it's important. So gotta do what you gotta do.
Linda Hale is a Green Lakes local and says that staff could be doing more to save the reef.
Well, I think maybe they should put a little fence up. A fence that you can go in, but you can't go in it. I think they might have to come to that point, unfortunately.
The state park noted on their website that the reef supports rare wildlife and moss that can't grow anywhere else. They say Instagram posts are killing the reef. Reporting for CitrusTV News, I'm Sophia DeStasso.
Thank you, Sophia. Well, firefighters were called to Syracuse's north side yesterday. The Park Street house was found with fire in the walls of the basement and attic. In a press release, Captain Eric Castor of the Syracuse Fire Department said the fire originated in a hidden wall space and, quote, stemmed from the use of an open flame near combustibles, end quote. The house was empty at the time of the fire and no one was injured.
Did you leave something at this year's New York State Fair? Well, if you did, here is your chance to get it back. The New York State Police are asking for you to pick up any items you may have left behind, including cell phones, backpacks, clothing, and more. All items are currently being held at the State Police Barracks in Syracuse, and to schedule a time to pick up your lost items, you can call the number that's on your screen. When you're picking up your items, make sure to bring a photo ID and proof of ownership if possible.
Well, CNY Theater kids, young and old, are ecstatic for tonight's debut of Broadway powerhouse Hamilton at the Landmark Theater. This marks the first production at the Landmark since renovations began in July. The project included the full restoration and repainting of the theater's arch along the stage, balcony walls, and ceiling. The first floor men's bathroom was also expanded, with renovations costing roughly $1.5 million. Hamilton will be showing until September 21st, and Isabella, I know you're going to be going to that one.
Oh, I definitely will be there. I will see the Landmark tomorrow. Acting U.S. Attorney General John Sarcone is warning illegal immigrants and employers after the September 4th detainment of employees at Nutrition Bar Confectioners. During a press conference this morning in Albany, Sarcone says that 57 people who were, quote, unlawfully present in the United States were detained by Homeland Security agents, with 52 of them brought back to their alleged country of origin. Sarcone would continue to say, quote, "We recognize the contribution that lawful immigrants give to our communities, but illegal re-entry after deportation is a flagrant violation of federal law. You can expect to see federal law enforcement at more work sites going forward." The 5 workers who have not been deported are now facing charges after they were allegedly already deported after previously entering the country illegally.
Now, these raids have also increased tension among protesters who have been camped outside of the Oswego Border Patrol station since midday Friday. Protesters are now calling themselves Occupy Oswego and shouted at officers as agents left the station yesterday. They believe the officers were moving workers that were detained last week during the Cato raid. Weapons were drawn at the unarmed protesters, but they appeared to be non-lethal weapons used on crowds. No shots were fired.
A Syracuse woman is facing jail time after being found guilty of conspiring to traffic more than 50 guns From Georgia to Syracuse. Veronica Williams was convicted on charges including conspiracy, but was found not guilty on 61 of the 64 charges against her. That means Williams will now spend a maximum of 11 years in prison compared to the 25 years she was previously facing. Williams is set to be sentenced in early October.
Coming up, President Trump announces potential action against Democratic-led cities and a crackdown on illegal immigration.
Plus, Israel strikes the Qatari capital, what it means for the conflict and the U.S. when we come back.
To an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. President Donald Trump is continuing his threats of federal intervention in Democratic-led cities. Trump today saying that at a certain point he will have no choice but to federally crack down on crime. Though he has threatened to send federal troops to Chicago and other cities, Trump has yet to take concrete action outside of Los Angeles and Washington, D.C.
Trump's deployments have not been received well. A CBS poll says nearly 6 in 10 Americans oppose Trump deploying the National Guard to Washington, D.C. About 61% say they would oppose Trump deploying National Guard to troops in their own local city or area. Now, California Governor Gavin Newsom called out President Trump in his State of the State address, citing a, quote, relentless, unhinged obsession with California. While not mentioning the president by name, Newsom's letter was explicit in mentioning the administration.
Now, California has been a battleground for the Trump administration over a number of policies, including immigration, climate change, and transgender athletes. The state has sued the administration 41 times since Trump took office in January.
Now moving overseas, Hamas says that its top leaders are alive after Israel launched a series of strikes in Doha, Qatar. 5 lower-ranking members of Hamas and Qatari security personnel were reportedly killed in the attack. The strike on a U.S. ally marks an escalation in the conflict and risks upending talks of winding down the war and freeing hostages.
U.S. officials say that the American government was warned of the Israeli attack and was not involved. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told reporters that President Trump believes the attack was an unfortunate incident that did not advance peace in the region.
A Michigan judge has dismissed a criminal charges against a group of Republicans accused of falsely certifying President Donald Trump as the winner of the 2020 election. The decision is a major blow to prosecutors, as similar cases in 4 other states have faced similar setbacks.
District Court Judge Kristen Simmons said in a court hearing that the 15 Republicans accused will not face trial. The effort to secure fake electors was central to the federal indictment against Trump that was abandoned earlier this year.
And when we come back, our Roman Verna will have your 5-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Looking now at your 5-day forecast. As I said earlier, you don't see many days better than this one, and you don't see a much better week than this one, because for the first 3 days, we're going to have full sun, and then come Saturday, little light cloud cover, and that's all leading up to Sunday with some morning rain. That's going to turn into partly cloudy, but still some light showers. Make sure to bring a rain jacket for that. As far as temperatures go, everything mostly in the mid-70s. Even when we go into Sunday there, 71, still going to be a great day when that rain stops. Now, I have some other fun little facts here. Well, not so fun, but this year, maybe a little interesting. It is hurricane season in the Atlantic, but there have not been any major hurricanes so far. The season technically starts around mid-June and then ends in early October. But the statistical midpoint of the season is actually September 10th, which is, of course, tomorrow. And on September 10th, there's a 76% chance of a hurricane statistically. That's not tomorrow, of course. That's just statistically. So the fact that we haven't seen one this week in the Atlantic is actually really interesting. And if that continues, which the National Hurricane Center says it might, then this will be the first season since 1996 that we have not seen a hurricane. Guys?
Wow, interesting stuff, Roman. Well, thank goodness we're not going to be having any hurricanes, but you did mention some rain. So if you do need a place to go, this next spot may be a good place to hide from the rain for a little bit. The Society is a new social club in Syracuse for residents to grab a coffee, to do work, or relax with your friends. Our reporter Elizabeth Gottlieb found out more about the coffee bar's purpose.
There's a new spot in downtown Syracuse that has a little bit of everything. The Society is a coffee and juice bar where people can work, get a snack, or socialize. Lemoyne Masters student Mary Stefanos enjoys getting her work done at the Society.
It's close to school, it's close to work, and it's just a great area to get my stuff done without distractions.
Founder Tammy K. Lai opened the Society to foster community even with just a morning smoothie. Lai wanted the place to be a third space, somewhere Syracuse residents could go to hang out or get work done that wasn't home or the office.
The idea behind the Society is that I really curated the color scheme, the furniture, the design of the entire space around how can we make this a foundation for people to have conversations easier.
The Society offers events to members like group runs to make the process of making connections easier.
So I'm really tying in a lot of things here with small businesses, supporting communities, meeting new people, finding different interests in other people, how we could create community again, honestly.
The upcoming October Coffee Club will even have a say in what dark roast will be sold for the season. The goal, to be a conversation starter for those in line. Reporting for Citrus TV News, I'm Elizabeth Gottlieb.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I think we're going to have to take a trip.
Oh, definitely need to check it out.
Well, speaking of, there's another launch besides the Society. At today's annual product launch for Apple, they unveiled their new iPhone 17 lineup. the first to be released since President Trump implemented tariffs on foreign products. The new iPhones come with a larger screen and a more powerful A19 chip for its AI features. Despite Trump insisting production move to the U.S., the new devices are expected to be made in China and India.
Now, Apple CEO Tim Cook is pledging to invest $600 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years. With the tariffs, some analysts believe Apple could charge up to $100 more on some of the new iPhone models. Well, from Apple to oranges, Josh Richardson, what have you got coming up in sports?
Thanks, Jackson. We've got a full week to talk about Syracuse football, trying to tighten some things up before our matchup against Colgate on Friday, plus Syracuse men's soccer in action last night, and what's going on in the big leagues for the MLB. Stay tuned.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly, a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
An ugly win is still a win for Syracuse football, but there are some big things the Orange need to clean up. Welcome into sports. I'm Josh Richardson. Even with SU sneaking out a 27-20 overtime win against UConn on Saturday, new quarterback Steve Angeli was sacked 3 times and lost a fumble. Yet somehow, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter, Angeli rallied the troops and brought the Orange back. Yesterday, Syracuse head coach Fran Brown said in his weekly press conference that the offensive line has to protect Angeli, but he still credited his new signal caller's resilience despite the shaky play up front.
He's tough. I mean, he's a Jersey boy, so, you know, we knew we would get that coming from him. Come from a good program. He's learned a lot. He's learned a lot in life. He has tough parents. He's a faith-driven kid, so he just had faith, and he just goes and talks to the guys. Hey, come on, next play, don't worry about it. Like, he doesn't. I worry about it more than he does, right? He's on to the next place, and if something happens, he goes look at the iPad, get it fixed, and keeps it moving. He's a true leader.
Well, maybe some of that Jersey toughness can get the Orange to 2-1 when they battle Colgate Friday night at 7. In a different kind of football, Syracuse men's soccer hit the pitch against New Haven last night, a chance for the Orange to just keep on moving on and get better throughout this slow start to the season. SU 2-2-1. Now the Orange pick up a great opportunity early in this contest. Second minute, a yellow card in the box means a penalty kick for Syracuse. Shaquille Ming is told no. Denied on that chance. It would stay 0-0 for a while after that. Move over to the 85th minute. Here's an opportunity. Cross into the box. Perfectly placed for Chimere Omese, just over the crossbar. What a chance for the Orange. 5 scoreless minutes follow, and SU ties New Haven 0-0. So it hasn't been the strongest of starts for the Orange this season. SU opens ACC play at 2-2-2 and now faces the top team in the country in Stanford Saturday at 7. Over on the diamond, the Yankees go from the top team in the AL East to the top team in the AL Central. New York in battle against Detroit tonight. An opportunity for the Yankees to keep that momentum rolling. Took 2 out of 3 against Houston, 2 out of 3 against Toronto. Those are the other 2 division leaders in the American League. Tough test today, Casey Mize versus Will Warren. Warren at that back end of the Yankees rotation, so a big chance for New York there to keep up that playoff race. Meanwhile, it hasn't been so great for New York's other team. The Mets have been struggling as of late. Lost 7 of the last 11. Another battle against Philadelphia. Game 2 of this set. And a loss for New York would mean that this division just keeps getting out of reach for the Mets. 8 games up are the Phillies. And with under 20 games left in the regular season, every game matters for both squads in their respective divisions. Can see it there. Blue Jays on top of the AL East, Phillies on top of the NL East. It's going to be a close race down the stretch and a big opportunity for both teams to make a late season playoff push.
Well, Josh, moving back onto the gridiron, that win against UConn, a little bit too close for comfort for the Orange. So going into Friday's game against Colgate, what does SU need to do to get a little bit more of a dominant win?
Yeah, well, UConn's a good program, and I think definitely some people that maybe underestimated what the Huskies could do, but now you have a bit of an easy one. You don't want to ever say that, but FCS opponent in Colgate, definitely a chance to pick up a good win. Syracuse has dominated over the last 30 or so years against the Raiders.
Well, I got to ask, I'm a Jersey girl. So you said the QB's from New Jersey, so I got to ask, what are your thoughts on our new QB?
Steve Angeli's done a good job. It's difficult to kind of go into the expectations that everybody may have had coming off of Kyle McCord and the historic season he had for the Orange on the gridiron. Give him a little bit of time, but Ricky Collins is knocking on that door if anything ever gets way too out of hand for Angeli.
Josh, thank you so much. After the break, we'll have one last look at your wake-up weather.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, look now at your wake-up weather. 59 degrees, slightly cooler than it is right now, but that's nothing to worry about. Those temperatures going to rise back up, like you saw in the 5-day forecast, to around 74 degrees, just some light winds, keeping things nice and cool.
Well, that is some great news, Roman. Well, foodies, rise up. A new chef competition is hitting Netflix next week, and it is taking place right in upstate New York.
Yeah, Isabella, the Culinary Institute of America will play host to Next Gen Chef, which puts 21 young chefs against each other in a series of challenges to take home $500,000. Do you think you're going to win?
I feel like I would totally win.
If you were in it, would you win?
I feel like I would totally win if I made pancakes.
I'm not much of a cook myself.
I can make some really good tacos, and that's about it.
I can do pasta and meatballs.
Okay. What about you, Roman, the
well,
chef over here?
I was going to say not to be, too cocky, but I think I'd have a fighting chance against them,
So you just have to cook for us then.
I don't hate that idea. Come over one night, we'll have a nice little pizza party. You know, I think that's where my expertise
That's
is.
what I like
We're
to hear.
counting on it. We are counting on it. Well, that is Citrus TV News live at 6 for this Tuesday
Don't
evening.
forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram at Citrus TV News. Now, for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Jackson Breslin.
And I'm Isabella Galan. Have a great night, Syracuse.